You have a nice courthouse. It's a beauty. But I was called in to, me and an engineer that I work with, we're called in to just review some of the construction details. You have new concrete sidewalk. The contractor used a dull blade to make the cuts and damaged the concrete sidewalk. It's it's not things are supposed to be done in a good and workmanlike manner. This is poor workmanship you paid for here. The cuts are not deep enough. These are cuts in concrete. They're supposed to be, it's in the engineering report, how deep it's gonna be and how deep it's supposed to be, 1/4 inch. It's supposed to be, I believe the engineer calls out 1/3 or 2/3 of the way through the concrete. It's in his report. Misalignment of the concrete. Kind of a pretty presentation, but sloppy workmanship. This is the absence of an expansion joint there next to the concrete and the limestone is blowing apart, and it will continue to blow apart. They missed the expansion joint. This is pretty frequent in your courthouse. I believe this was new work, and now it's tearing your courthouse apart. The the mortar, the touch-up mortar, the tuck pointing, didn't even bother matching it.
Is this on the second floor?
I believe so.
So, did you take this picture, or
I
was this a
did.
drone picture?
No, I climbed out on the roof and took the picture. Iron aggregate coming out of the concrete, it can be fixed, but they didn't use the right concrete mix here. This is patching in the stonework.
This is on the ramp?
No, this is up on the building itself.
Was that part of the contract or the
No.
project?
No, I think this is on the ramp, cause that's granite,
That's granite.
yeah.
Is
that's on the
is that
ramp.
where we took
That's
that on the ramp? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is, it should be able to be matched a lot better than that. They didn't, the contractor is not a restoration contractor. We work with restoration contractors, they can match this up pretty well. The arch section there, very poor color match. This could have been done better. I'm not sure who was supposed to tuck point this, but it's not. Here's your ramp. Your ramp is your big problem. The limestone is setting down in a pocket that fills with water just naturally. And there's no base there, and it's wicking it up. And you get efflorescence, the salts or the minerals that come out of the mortar form of pressure there. This ramp will blow itself apart over a few years. It'll fracture and the stones will be destroyed.
We have a surety bond on the ramp.
Is it enough to replace it? It needs
it's
replaced.
just on the cement part, it's not on the walls.
That should not be happening. It's not put together right. The top cap up there above the flashing, there's no soft joints facing the sky. It's supposed to be a soft joint. You should not have mortar exposed sitting on top. This will always happen. The weeps, I don't even know who would put a weep in like this. It's up, I don't think it does anything except for it looks like a weep. Then we have the ramp, the concrete part, that sealant joint there, I should not be able to stick my rule behind it. It was not properly primed or applied. I guess it doesn't matter anyway, cause the water leaks down into this base where you're sitting in there and it's gonna destroy. It's supposed to keep the water out, but they let the water in other ways. More efflorescence. That joint should be a soft joint up there, it should be raked back and sealant put in the top, that protects it. That's good restoration contracting, that is good mortar principles for building a brick. You've seen your brick sidewalks on your patios or your stoops, they all fall apart after a while because more water gets down in the mortar, it freezes, it expands 9% and it blows it apart. Here's the roof. You have a couple flat roofs out there. Those joints are not sealed. Water will get in underneath that. You got a low spot. It should have been tapered. Now, it collects there, it pools. You have pieces of the rubber coming off already. They're unstuck.
Forrest Sure was here last week and did those roofs. Forrest Sure was here last week and worked on the roofs.
Okay.
Do you guys know who called them?
I called them and they were they did not complete their punch list and I called Bryholtz today.
Okay.
So that was, they had finished that punch
I
list.
just
and
wondered who
That's,
pulled
so
that
they
figure.
went, they
Did you
finished the
send them
punch
this,
listing,
did you send
corrected
them
it.
this issues, the list of issues from this?
Well, they were here, Chip knows, they were here last week
Okay.
because they were told to fix it. And that was more by Bryholtz.
Here's an example of debris just left on the rubber roof.
Are those nails?
Those are nails. There's nails and screws. I had more debris pictures, but I just wanted to give you an example. That's pretty sloppy workmanship. I consult for the largest developer in the state of Iowa. I look at every job that they have going up once a week. We do not allow this to happen. It's taken care of. You have windows. This is just an example. There's no hardware on the window to assist with operation.
It never called for hardware.
Very good. You have windows that are, they were not specified. The glass is so heavy on some of your windows, you can't open them. It was, the window manufacturer doesn't even have specifications for a window as large as some of the windows you have. They operate up to 100 pounds. My engineer calculated that some of the panes, some of the sashes are probably 200 pounds. And this window manufacturer doesn't even design a window for that. So it was just made and put in. There's one of the windows. Maybe you didn't ever want it to open. I don't know how you would get up there to unlatch it anyway, have a room handle. But
They're locked.
one thing you don't have to worry about them
Are
locked
they?
because somebody
That's
up
a
there
good
can't
point.
lift them from the outside.
Yeah.
There needs to be a punch list to call back on the windows. That sealant is really sloppy in the glass there. It shouldn't be. It should have been rejected, should have been called out by the contractor. I'm just giving you examples of what we saw. That's kind of a picture I gotta explain here. That silver horizontal that kind of goes up, that's my rule, and it's going in between the trim. The trim should be tight, the trim is loose. So I could just stick that in there. We have a creative way of holding the trim in. We have pin nails in an angle that don't really hit the wood. And I believe they were stuck in there at an angle to kind of wedge the wood in there to hold it in. We have smeared nail hole filler. It's predominant in a lot of the windows. Some of it's not a very good match, and I built for years. We don't always get a perfect match, but we get a better match than this. You paid good money for this. And a little more cleaning with the cloth would have taken that excess nail filler out. It just shows how some of the workmanship was done here. And I believe that was a plug that was made to cover a screw hole. And when you make a plug, you take some of the native wood, the wood you're using, and you build the plug and put it in the correct way. And it hides a lot better, it's a lot more aesthetically pleasing. This is sloppy workmanship, predominant throughout your job. And here's a real prize here, your entry door. Then you can have a arch fabricated for the top of that window. Or you can piece it all in. That's not good workmanship. That's poor workmanship. Contractor is to do their work in a good and workmanlike manner. That is all I have. I just wanted the rest is in my report. I just wanted you guys, I was supposed to expose you to what I saw.
Okay.
And if you have any questions, I'm here to answer them. I'd refer to the engineer's report and my caption picture report.
So of your findings, which one do you think is the most concerning?
Well, if the windows are not the most, but if they were never supposed to operate, you got what you paid for.
Well,
Too heavy, you can't.
we
Your
do
ramp
have-
is your big problem.
The ramp is the
Your
big
ramp
problem.
is your big problem. I tell you what, in 5 years in this climate, that ramp will not look like it does today. And it's already efflorescing. When you have efflorescence, that's a buildup of salt and pressure in it, and it will actually blow it apart over time.
So basically disintegrate the stone,
It will,
okay?
yes. If you wanna redo it every 5 years, you're on track.
Well, I don't think we want that. I mean, I appreciate it, thank you. Does the board have any questions at all? Have you had a chance to review the reports?
I have, and I'm very thankful for you gathering this information for us. This is a facility that we want, a historic building that we want to care for, and we want it to be here for generations. It's not acceptable to me to just not inspect it and not look at it and kick the can down the curb. We need to address it. We're gonna have to prioritize those initiatives, and we're gonna plan and work with Michelle and master plans. Some of these, we're not gonna be able to address all of this, obviously, right away, but I'm very concerned about the concrete and the ramps.
The whole purpose of the
And-
project, the main purpose of the project
Yeah.
was that ramp.
Yeah. So I'm appreciative. Thank you very much, Mark, for.
Keep
for
going,
doing
you can
this.
have it like Indianola. Tear it down and build a new one.
Let's
I was
try to
just there
prevent
and- I
that.
was just
No.
there